Hello, hello. How are you tonight? I'm sharing over into our group right now because there is still a communication problem in the technology between StreamYard and Facebook. How fun is that? So after investing 2 hours of my life in all of the what they call workarounds to get the group actually connected again, I have decided just to share it each time we go live. So that's what I'm doing right now. So give me just a second. This is an unplanned live. So if you are up and you are catching me live, it's good to see you this evening. I intentionally waited later than I was originally going to in hopes that we might catch some of our Midwest West Coast people, right? Because it's 10 o'clock Eastern time. So I don't see a lot of my Eastern people popping on. But my Midwest and West Coast people, it should be fairly early for y'all. So let's say hello to a few people, and then we're going to get started. I have some really cool stuff to show you. All right. Hello, Miss Charlotte. Hi, April. How are you? And how are the furry ones? Hey, Miss Maggie. Camille, hello. How are you? Hey, Miss Trisha. How are you tonight? Kathy. I knew you were up. We've been messaging, I think, right? Hey, Carmen, how are you? Hi, Donna. Are any of you guys at CookieCon tonight? Is anyone at CookieCon? Oh, your son from New Orleans. I'm so glad you're getting him. I think I heard today 10 more days minimum for most everybody because of some things with the grids. That's just, we were 10 days without power down there. One time, generator running nonstop in the dead heat of summer. It was horrible. Oh, I'd much rather go through a blizzard and burn everything to stay warm than go through what they're going through. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Oh, you got a Tiki Man mold? Okay, post a picture in the group. I'd love to see it. Hey, Miss Becky, how are you? Hi, Linda. How are you? All right, well, how about this, guys? I'm just going to show you some things. First of all, I have so much to tell you. So the other day, I actually had 2 days where I just got to be at my Cookie Studio station. All my big orders were done. I was supposed to go back into the store to work this week, but I had family things I needed to take care of. And then I just needed to decompress. So yesterday and today, I guess that's Thursday and Friday. Is today Friday? I don't know. Anyway, you're going to have to come back tomorrow because we're going to have a Mad Scientist Day. I absolutely cannot wait to do this. I've been storing up something to try, but I'm going to try it first because the items are kind of expensive. If they work, the quantity you'd have to get will last you a very long time and it will be worth it. But if they don't work, I don't want you to have spent any money. So sometime tomorrow, I'm going to come back on with an icing experiment in just the perfect time of the year. Hey, Nadine, how are you, hon? Hello, Lavelle. Hello, Miss Barbie. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? So let me just give you a quick rundown on what happened. I had all these projects in my head and I hadn't gotten everything to paper yet. So they just started going. You know, sometimes when your brain is clear on other things, you can just start sketching. So when I did, I realized that I actually have a lot of separate projects. So hang with me for a minute. Hey, Allison, how are you tonight? All right, now I'm not going to say hello to anybody till I get through this list so that if you rewatch the video, somebody that's on Facebook, can you make a comment over there? I think we're at 10 minutes, 10 seconds. And mark start here for projects. Mark 10 minutes, 10 seconds, start here for projects. That way, if I post that in the comments, they'll know what it is. So anyway, here's what we have coming up. Starting Tuesday, look what just came. I'm so excited. Going to make a bunch of these tomorrow. My cutters came. Because Dots and Bows is so generous whenever they design cutters for me, they send me a set to use and to use for the class. So I'm super excited about this. This is our Fall Days Fright Night cutters. Okay. Becky is saying that someone else bought out Michael's today and it wasn't her. Okay. So this is Fright Night Fall Day. This is the biggest cutter. If you got the cutters or the STLs, go ahead and get your stuff printed because we start Tuesday. And these are going to go for 6 weeks, okay? And let me tell you why they have to go for 6 weeks. I'm sorry, is that right? No. 5 weeks. I'm planning 5 weeks. We start on Tuesday, September 7th. And these cutters are for 2 Tutorial Tuesday, where the classes, tutorials themselves are all free. You can just do donations, tips, whatever you want over in the coffee shop to help me pay for all the things for the streaming and kick in a little to help cover the time to do all of this, to make all of it. That helps me so much. You guys have no idea how inspirational it is to have that coming in. It's fabulous. I really appreciate it. So these smaller cutters, and you see I made you 3 smaller in case you want to make a platter. I kept that in mind this time. Our summer series was meant to be really big because of the time of year and the particular uses that you would have for those cookies. So this is our second series in Fall Days, Fright Nights, okay? So we're going to start this on Tuesday, September 7th, and we're going to finish up. Okay, I have to tell you something else too, now that I'm looking at the calendar. Okay, so the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, we'll be doing, okay, let me back up again. I knew I should do this first thing in the morning because my brain was going to be going in 100 directions, but just hang with me. So 5 weeks. The problem is the 5th week is going to fall on the 5th, and that's my travel day for CookieCon to get to Dallas. So excited. If you've seen in the group today, I posted an item, the 4-quadrant measuring spoons in pink with black imprint for our group that I'll have at Dallas. So you guys all have to find me. Also on Tuesday, I'm not going to do it tonight because it'll make the video too long. On Tuesday, please watch Tuesday the 7th's video. It's going to have information for you. It's going to have a PDF file form for you to download. If you are in the Cookie Snack Attack group before the 4th, probably should cut it off on the 3rd, actually, before October 3rd. If you're in our group before October 3rd, and you meet up with me in Dallas, you have to physically be there in person at CookieCon and be a member of the Cookie Snack Attack group before October 3rd. I'm going to have a special little gift bag for you. I'm calling it a swag bag. It's not enormous because I have to travel with it. And by cutting it off so close to when I'm going to arrive there, that means it has to go on the airplane with me. Plus my cookies, my competition cookies. So psyched. I sketched all those tonight. I don't know what hit me, but it was like all of a sudden I'd had a conversation with a friend of mine this afternoon. And then I was like, oh, I know exactly what I want to do now. I just had to marinate a few hours and then it just flowed. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to the point. Tuesday, September 7th, we start the Fall Days Fright Nights. These are the 4 cutters in Fall Days Fright Nights. So there's 1 great big one and there's 3 small. So this is what we're going to do. On the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, actually, on the 7th, we're going to start out with one cookie. That day is going to be, we're going to do Fright Night first in our big cutter. So it'll be the Halloween themed on the 7th. That's what my plan is currently. Something may change, but I think I have all of my bits and pieces here to do this now. So the big cutter is going to get a full week. In between, on the 14th, 21st, 28th, in the morning, we'll do a fall version of the cutter. And at night, we're going to do the Fright Night version of the cutter. Does that make sense? So the big one is going to take 2 sessions. So each time we do the big one, and we're going to do it twice, it'll take 2 sessions. It'll be morning and evening. And then each of these, when we do them, we'll do 1 cookie morning, 1 cookie evening of the different kinds so that the videos are separate, okay? That's my plan currently. It just depends on design, whatever's easier. But that's my plan currently. So we're going to start with this and do Fright Night first. That's going to be our first one. Okay. The issue is we need 5 weeks to complete this set, and CookieCon Dallas starts the week of the 5th, and I'll be traveling. So you'll see me a lot because I'm going to take a lot of probably funny videos. I have a local friend that is going from our local cookie groups going with me. So I imagine that we're going to try to get in, we'll have cookie shenanigans going on and try and get in a lot of videos between here and there. So the last week, we're going to have to do it on Monday, October 4th, before I leave for Dallas. And then I promise you'll see me a ton that week. Not when I'm physically in classes, because I did fill my days on Wednesday and Thursday with classes, morning, afternoon, and then a full day. And don't worry, everything I'm learning is to enrich our group. I'm super stoked about that. So the last part of our series will be October 4th. And then I will be gone that whole week to CookieCon. So I'll just be communicating with you and doing videos on there. All right, let me scroll down. So when I come back, we'll have October 12th. The remaining Tuesdays in October will be the 12th, 19th, and 26th. So I'm probably going to do some just additional generic Halloween things or fall things. Okay. So these are here. The set that's not here yet is the Christmas set. Let me see if I have my drawings handy and I'll show you just the drawings. But the Christmas set, we're going to actually start the free sets, the 2 Tutorial Tuesday things. We are going to start. I don't want to show you these. I'm not going to show them to you, because then the surprise will be taken out of it. But we're going to start that Christmas set. Carrie's working on those cutters currently, and we'll be starting that Christmas set, I believe, on the 26th of October. And it's 4 cutters in the set. You'll be able to buy all the cutters from Dots and Bows, or you can do the STL files to print your own cutters again. They'll have that for you. So that's all within 2 Tutorial Tuesday. And then there'll be another Christmas set using generic Christmas cutters to take us to the end of the year, but you'll get all that info later. But as far as product boxes, totally separate arena, we're jumping here, guys. As far as the separate one-off purchase of classes with boxes, we have 3 things between now and the end of the year, and you can choose what you want to participate in. Only one of them is something unusual in how I'm offering it. Okay, so in October, hopefully there's only 3 things left to arrive for your October product boxes. Okay, that is 6 cookie cutters will be in the product package, along with a host of all kinds of other really awesome things that I'm not ready to show you yet, but they're all sitting right here. It's so tempting not to grab them and put them on camera for you. But that is going to be a one-off class taught on a Sunday afternoon, and it will be 6 cookies, same setup like the mermaid class. This box, you can buy just the box. It will be sold separately. Shipping will be as a separate line item again, because I have local people that want the box. So they're going to be jumping on and buying for their boxes at the same time that you guys are. No, I don't have the date to release it yet, because I might release it early if all the items get here. That way I can get them all shipped before Dallas CookieCon. So if everything arrives next week, we're going to pick a date the following week and release those boxes, even though the class is not being taught until I get back from CookieCon. So my projection for the class is most likely that it's going to be taught on Sunday, the 24th of October. But I can't confirm that yet, because I need to see about these last couple of items. So I'm just waiting on a couple things, okay? So that product box, it's going to be the box will be one item, shipping will be one item, and the class will be its own item. So they'll be listed separately. You can do however many of the pieces you want. If you just want the class, then there will be a free supply list for you contained within the private Facebook group, so you can still gather all your items and participate, okay? So that's one kit that's coming. Then there is a one-off limited edition Christmas cookie. and it is a really big cookie. It's a big cookie, and it will also be taught on a Sunday afternoon. It's going to happen in November. It has a kit with it. That one you can only participate if you get the kit and the class together. It's going to be one price, everything bundled together. Okay. The only thing you'll have to do is add the second line item for shipping if you're not where you can pick it up at the store. Okay. All right. Now, why am I doing that? Because it's a very limited amount of the items that I could get, because they now have all these crazy things when you're importing items. So you can only do so many a month. So in order to make all this work, that is a very, very specialized cookie. It's going to have particular fondant molds in the box. There's going to be painting involved. So we've got that to look forward to, something fun. And it's a very specialized cookie, which will be fantastic for like centerpieces at your dinner tables. Like, it's not a normal cookie, it's enormous. And my hope is that I'm going to be able to get it worked out with Dots and Bows, where I purchased that cutter from them and it goes in your box, your product box, and then it's not going to be offered again. That's what I'm trying to work out with them right now, that that cutter is only going to arrive to you through one of my product boxes, and it's not going to be available for sale again. It's just something very unique and something very special for you guys at Christmas. And I feel like the number, I don't have that paper in here, but I feel like there's going to be 34 kit classes for sale. Okay. And it's a very specialized cookie that can be turned into a cake topper. And it's a custom design that I created. And it's super large. It can be turned into a cake topper. It can be the centerpiece of like if you do one of those big wreaths on your holiday table, you can have that too. So that's going to happen as a one-off class in November. Then in December, okay, there is another product box where you can buy the class separate and get just a supply list once you're in the group to participate. Or you can buy the product box, which has totally different stuff from the other Christmas box, the limited edition box, okay? And it's already got the cutters in it, all of that. And I'm requesting to work with a couple of new suppliers. So you'll have some totally different, unique things in there, okay? So I'm working on that. That is going to happen as a one-off class on a Sunday afternoon in December. So you can purchase the class separate from the product box, right? That one's going to be just like we did Mermaid and just like we're doing the Halloween one, okay? And let me show you the cutters for your Halloween box because I'm so excited they're all here, okay? So these are metal cutters. And look at this. Okay, we're going to be doing this awesome cauldron. Now, I love this cutter because this cutter can also be used at St. Patty's Day, okay? Okay, Debbie, I want you to have them all too. It's so much fun. But as I realized I was putting these projects down, I try to have something. I was planning the entire calendar through the end of the year because you guys know once season hits and people start ordering for holidays, and then the people that forgot to order and then they want you to rush something. I just didn't want you guys to suffer. I didn't want my Cookie Snack Attack group to suffer at all. So I needed all of your stuff planned, made, and being delivered. Okay, we got to be organized to keep it going for you. So I realized my Tuesday projects, and then I had the other special one-off limited edition that I wanted to offer. And so I'm just excited. I'm super excited about all these. So we're going to do this one, and I have something fun and unique to do with it. So I'm excited for this. Okay. Now, Maggie, I just saw your comment. I hope to have a schedule out for you next Tuesday as a free download in the coffee shop. So just wait for that. I've got most of my lesson plan laid out for all of the things I just told you about, just as my checklist. So I want to go ahead and give you the dates now. And I say all that with the caveat of if something happens traumatic within my family, then obviously I'll have to rearrange dates. But I'm going to just keep moving forward as if everything's going to stay on schedule. Okay. So we've got this really awesome cutter, and I know it's hard for you guys to tell on camera, but this is a nice size cutter. It's 3 1/4 inches. So this is pretty big. Like this is a normal size cookie. This is what I consider to be a normal size cookie when you're selling cookies for profit, right? You don't want to make them too big and you don't want to make them too small unless you're intentionally making minis, right? All right. Yeah, we don't have, okay, Allison, I just saw your cookie about waiting on a code to register for Cookie-a-thon. You can't register for Cookie-a-thon yet, and none of us have our affiliate codes. But what she's talking about is this year, Nancy at the Colorful Cookie has been so generous, and Cookie-a-thon has grown so much that if you sign up under a teacher or participant or instructor's affiliate code, they're actually getting a percentage of the sign up fee for participating in teaching. So I'm super excited. So please wait. If you don't have anyone that you know to sign up under, I would love for you to sign up under my code. So when I have that, you'll have that too. And I'll keep adding it to that schedule. So we're going to do this. Then look at how big this one is. How fun. I can't wait to show you what we're doing with this one. Super excited about that. And then, of course, I had to get you a metal skull because it's a little smaller than the skull that's in our Fright Nights that I designed. And I really like this one. Let me show you a cool trick for this, okay? Totally skull, right? Can you see skull? Like you look at it, you see it, you know that's what it is. Okay, I started designing our Valentine and a winter set, a Valentine set, and an Easter set to keep everything moving, because the reason I'm able to get you such good prices on your boxes for the number of items and products that are in there is because I'm ordering those things from overseas and doing bulk purchases so that you guys don't have to, which saves the freight, saves you a ton of money, and gets a lot of products in your hands for you to try. So I actually was already working on our winter set, our Valentine set, and Easter. Okay. So what do you see now that I just told you I worked on Easter? Does anybody else see a really cool Easter basket? Hey, Sammy, how are you tonight, honey? Do you see an Easter basket? So you'll have some options come Easter too, okay? Now watch this. Love this. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but when the fall comes around and you start decorating, you immediately want to do pumpkin cookies, right? I love doing pumpkins and gourds. Love them, love them, love them. Look how big this metal cutter is with this pumpkin. Isn't this fabulous? I haven't even told you about the mad scientist things that are going to go on tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I see a chicken and egg too. I sure do. Great call on that one. So there's another use for something that you'll have purchased in your Halloween kit that you can use next year. I like cutter flips. I like cutters being valuable with multiple uses. So here we go. This is 4 inches wide and it is 4 inches tall. It's bigger than my hand, you see? I love this. So much fun. Now, not for nothing, but when I looked at this, we're going to do it fall in our Halloween set and do, we're going to do something that makes it Halloween, but it is actually a pumpkin. But look, do you see what I see when you turn this thing sideways? Can you see it? Hey, Kelly, how are you? Hi, Carol. Do you see it? Do you see Santa Claus? Do you see it? And do you see like a guy, like profile face and a big mole on his nose, like for Halloween, like just another Halloween usage? Can you guys see it? So I see Santa with his hat, and I see a side profile with a big like wart on his nose right here, right? Like a face. Kelly is saying she sees a witch. I can see that. Absolutely. So lots of uses, and it's a bigger cookie. You know, when you make 4-inch cookies, everything, there's more dough in there, there's more ingredient, there's more icing, it's more time to do it. So, you know, this is a cookie as a minimum that would start at $4 a piece when you're using a cutter this big. But when I saw this and I couldn't unsee the other things, I thought, yeah, we need the 4-inch cutter. Good investment. Now, okay, one cutter is missing that hasn't arrived, and it's a super cool Tombstone Shape, also metal cutter. And here's the one I'm so super excited about, because even though they told me how big it was, I really just couldn't get it in my brain how big it was. But you know, this is a 4-inch cookie. This is about a 3. This cutter, just to give you reference before I lay this other cutter on top, this cutter is 5 inches tall. I mean, it may look small on camera, but when you get your boxes, these are enormous. And I told you this one was 3 1/4. Look at this. Can you see it? Let me move these out of the way. Can you see it? So super excited about this for many reasons, not the least of which is that it is a 7-inch cookie cutter. Isn't that fabulous? Oh my gosh. So many things that you can do with this. These are the cutters plus a tombstone cutter that will be in the Halloween kit. And the Halloween kit, you guys, I wanted to downsize it a little bit to bring the cost down, but there was just too much good stuff at good prices. So I can't promise you the price is going to be much lower than the original kit, but I was able to bring down the price for the limited edition Christmas kit. And I'm not making any promise on the Christmas kit yet, because if I can get you some items in there that I really want you to have from a US supplier, it's going to put the price back up. But those are products, I promise you, you'll use them all year long. I've used them for several years. I love them. And I'm so sorry, but I did see today that USPS is about to raise prices, and so is UPS and FedEx, with raised prices for the holidays for shipping. However, don't get too crazy upset about it, because it looks like the box that we used last time that was flat rate $15.50, it looks like that box is only going up 75 cents. So really, it could have been several dollars. I feel like we can probably handle the 75 cents. But if I end up shipping you that box, if that's the box we end up having to use, I promise you it's going to be packed with product. It will be well worth spending that for the shipping and you not having to get all the individual items. So now you've seen our 2 Tutorial Tuesday cutters for Fall Days, Fright Nights. Okay, those are coming from Dots and Bows. You've seen the cutters that are going to be in the product boxes for the Halloween box. It will have a one-off class, but the class will be sold separate. That way you can either buy the kit and gift the kit to somebody else, or you can buy the kit and the class, or you can buy just the class and gather your own supplies. Okay. All right. So I'm sliding this over. Okay. So excited about this. I really hesitated about ordering the thing I'm about to show you, because I thought it was going to come in something like this little, remember this I showed you the other day? This is 2 ounces of the Wilton White. Okay, so the thing I was ordering, I thought because of the weight of it that it was going to come in something like teeny tiny. So it seemed super expensive. You know, a lot of times you have to see things, but look what I just got. Haven't even taken it out. Can you see how big these are? Look. So what is it? First of all, didn't know it was going to come with these cool scissors. So let's open it on camera. Maybe we'll open it. Does anybody want a sneak peek of one item that's super nice and it's high quality that's coming in the October kit? Just tell me if there's enough of you on here that are buying the October kit, and I'll show you one thing that I'm super excited about that's coming in your kit. Do you want to see it? And then we'll come back to this, because it's just haunting me. Literally, it's like taunting me sitting here. All right, you guys know that absolutely love working in mixed medium cookies. I love it. Like, it's my jam. I love it. I love bringing that to you. I love getting you guys set on an experiment path with that. But one thing that most people don't think to order, or they don't have them because they think they're not going to need them. But if you have ever worked with them, they're super, super cool. This is going to be in your Halloween kit, because there's a lot of fondant work in our Halloween kit. Okay. Fondant or modeling chocolate, whatever you choose to work in. Okay. Are you ready? So you actually have the nice silicone fondant tools. You're getting a full set of the mini fondant tools, like the 3 sample ones you got in the first kit. You're getting a full set of the mini, so you'll have all the different things to do texture with. But look at this wonderful set of the silicone modeling chocolate. You get a full set. There's going to be 6 pieces, all these different tips, all the different edges to create different textures. They're gray and pink. I couldn't find black and pink. I could only find gray, gray and pink. So you see the really small ends on this side. If you've been doing any of Timbo's classes, then you're learning how to sculpt from scratch in addition to what we've been learning in class, which is sculpting on top of using the fondant molds. So these are fabulous. In fact, I think it might have been a class. It wasn't these exact ones, but it was silicone fondant tools like this with the grid and everything on them. I think I saw it in one of his classes, maybe one of these. It might have been another class Christmas last year during one of those Christmas specials. But there's 6 in here, and I got a good price, and they're small, so they won't take up much room. Well, I mean, relatively speaking, they're much larger than the minis that you got, the sample ones that you got in your last box. But they're small and lightweight, so I think they're going to work out fine. So that's the only sneak peek you're getting. I'm not going to give up any other details, okay? So look what I got. I went ahead and ordered the 3 together because it was cheaper than ordering them separately. And I wanted to see all of them. Specifically, I went on there after these because I wanted to see, and let me read you what's on here, by the way. You know what? Does it not have anything on here? I remember. All right, well, I'll have to post the link for you so you can actually read about these. But there was some, I picked these for a particular reason, and it's in the description. So I went on there because I wanted silver foil flakes for Fall Days Fright Nights. I wanted to see, first of all, I wasn't even going to tell you about it. If they came in something super small like this, right, I wasn't even going to tell you because I thought it was way too much money to spend. But look at this. This thing is enormous. Like, I'll have this forever. I can't imagine that I'll run out of this. And I feel like this was a $30 pack, maybe $24, something for the 3. I'm thinking 30. Oh, it's on the bottom. I don't see it, Nadine. There's no, the info is not there. And there's nothing on the, it's not on the thing. But anyway, so if it had been really small, I wasn't even going to show them to you. But when I opened the bag today and these jars were enormous, I was like, what is that? So I really wanted the silver, and it does come with the sealed thing. I'm not going to open it, but I just want you to, I mean, I'm not going to, never mind. Let me just show you. It's packed. It's packed all the way to the top. Okay. And I was also not expecting this, but they put in a great pair of tweezers, the little fine point tweezers to attach this with. So excited about that because I don't even remember reading that in the description. So I went for this because if it was a good value, which I do feel like it is, you would have this forever if you ordered it and you were only doing cookies. I thought I could use it on Fall Days Fright Nights, specifically the Fright Nights part of it, just to give you an idea where that's going. And so I wanted it for that. I don't know. Sharon, I don't know. Someone's going to have to try it and see. It just attaches straight to the damp icing. So yeah, I will put a link up, but I want to read about them first because I can't remember if I ended up ordering the set that was like more decoration or if it was the one that said it was okay to eat, because there was different ones up there. And these are the ones I think they use primarily on cakes. But the reason I wanted the silver is because I thought this would be great to add dimension to geode cookies, which I like to do geode cookies. So Sharon's will be electrified. Maybe we will be. I don't know. So that's why I went for this. But then when I was pricing this relative to the 3-pack, it was way cheaper to get the 3-pack. So then I thought gold. Yeah, we can use that at Christmas. So then I thought, well, I might as well get the 3-pack then because I love all things rose gold. And how pretty would this be use on different projects in the fall because it's copper colored. It's not really rose gold. Can you see that? Beautiful. So surprise, I was super happy with how big these were, that they came with the special tweezers. Really happy. Now, Mad Scientist Day tomorrow. So excited. Yes, Allison, I will put a link up as soon as we jump off. Okay, so I'm very excited. Now, don't put in the comments if you know what this is for. Don't ruin it for everyone else, okay? Do not put this in the comments. But tomorrow is going to be Mad Scientist Day. It's where I've seen something and saw someone else on YouTube in the cake world normally do something, and I think, ooh, can we do that on cookies? So I'm going to show you these products really quickly, but I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do with them. And if you know what we're going to do with them, don't tell anybody, because I'm going to check out the ones that came from Amazon that were a little pricier. And then I'm going to check out a brand that came from Walmart that was way cheaper. And then we're going to see what goes on the link. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah. So a jar, right, Jen? They're $9.99 on Amazon, a jar. And I feel like the whole 3-piece bundle was $30 for all three. And then the ones I was actually looking at were less weight. These are all 10 grams. See, you see why I thought it was going to be so small and it's enormous like this? This is 10 grams. This thing is, look, it's huge. Not what I was expecting. What I was expecting is, do I have any here? I was expecting a Wilt, you know, the Wilton gel colors, how they come in those pots. They're the pots that are like 1 3/4 inches tall. That is what I was expecting this to come in. Allison, that's the question. It is not marked on here, but I remember I picked this brand for a certain reason. So I'll find that out and post it in the link for you. Okay, now I'm going to show you these products. Again, if you know what they're for, please don't tell anyone. But I'm going to experiment tomorrow. And that still gives you time to get them in to use them either in conjunction with your Halloween kit in class or to use on fall day Fright night. Just saying. If they work, you're all going to be buying these. So wait for the link because I'll find you the cheapest price. Okay. So are you ready? Don't say if you know what this is for. Look at this. Okay. Don't say if you know what it's for, because I'm dying to do the experiments tomorrow. All right. Also, do not say if you know what this is for, but we're going to compare 2 brands and we're going to see if it works. Are you ready? Okay. Watch. Okay. All right. That's it. That's all I'm going to show you because tomorrow is experiment day. I love experimenting. If it works, you guys are going to be so happy. And these things that I just showed you, these are all food safe. It's vitamin and a liquid extract from a health food store. Now, here's the fun thing I have to do tomorrow. I have to pick up some more Everclear and some more vodka. Allison, do you want to do that for me? I'm not really sure how they're going to feel about the pastor's wife going in to buy alcohol, but I have to have some Everclear and some vodka for what we're doing on Tuesdays coming up, and I'm totally out. You know, that's what I like to paint with. Also, I'll be contacting someone tomorrow for a product that most of you have expressed that you do not have that is completely edible to paint with, because I'm hoping it's going to be affordable for me to purchase it wholesale so I can put it in your kits, because I want it to be in your Christmas kit. So I'll be working on that tomorrow too. And hopefully the last couple of items will come for the October boxes and I can get to packing it. Also, since it is October, it's going to be cooling off a little bit. The boxes won't probably ship till the beginning of the last week of September if everything comes in. I am going to I'm going to probably put some Halloween surprises in your boxes, okay? So just fun stuff, not stuff for the cookies, but just some fun stuff because it's fall and it's Halloween and it's fun. And I like to deck out the cookie kits and stuff. Okay. Is that everything? Oh, yeah. And the other thing we're going to be doing is when I teach in Holiday Cookie-a-thon, that has to exclusively stay in the Cookie-a-thon group for a full year. So you have to buy the ticket to see, okay, this year, you know how you could watch them live? You can still watch them live the day of, but you have to watch from the Cookie-a-thon page. I think we're going to be able to grab it and share it back to our personal pages, but we won't, I mean, our pages, our individual business pages, but we won't be broadcasting from our page and then sharing into their group. It'll be exactly opposite this time because all the videos are pre-recorded and then we're going to be on so we can talk to you while the video is going on. So that project is something that I think you'll want to do it. And it involves isomalt and it's a mixed medium cookie. And it's a custom design. It's not someone else's cutter. I designed it. There'll be full supply lists, videos, all that. It's really pretty. It's super pretty. But when I looked at it, I can't tell you what it is because I don't think we're supposed to tell you ahead of time. But it's designed for one thing, and mine is a Christmas theme. But you could change it, and that cutter is going to be available directly from Dots and Bows. So hopefully we're going to get all the cutters up there for all of these projects for the ones that have to come from them. So if you want to order them all at one time to save on shipping and tie it into whatever else you buy from them, you'll be able to do that and get them in before they get super busy for the holidays. So Cookie-a-thon is this fabulous, it used to be a fabulous 2-day event that Nancy Westfall from the Colorful Cookie Club did twice a year. And it was like a spring Easter one and then a holiday fall one. And it was people within the Colorful Cookie group. They would just teach. Everybody just would get on and teach. They all had different time slots, different projects. And if you were a member of the group, then you could volunteer to teach. So but it's grown so much, you guys. It's grown so much. Last year, I think if you bought the extended access pass and you did the buy early, I think it was only costing you like 50 cents a tutorial. And I know that the tutorial I did last year, had I sold that separate, that was such an intense advanced project that if I had sold that separately, it would have been a $50 class. Like just that's the level of class I decided to teach just so people could see something unusual from me. Because it was the first couple of times that I taught in a big group like that. So both times I taught, I did more advanced projects. Harriet, she probably is going to release a list ahead of time. I think she's just waiting on everybody's videos and everything to get in, okay? So this time, I know it's not going to start out that cheap, though, and the reason why, so please don't give her a hard time about it. There's probably a couple of reasons, but it's going to be a 3-day event this time. I think there's close to 50 presenters. So it's very close to like 50 tutorials in there. And then it's an active group for 1 year. And then I think she's going to archive it at the end of 1 year. But I can't teach this project again outside of that group until the year is up, right? You have to commit to your project and video being exclusive use for them for 1 year, which is great because I designed this just for them. And I think everyone's really going to like it. But having said that, should you buy that cutter, you will be able to use that cutter with me again. It won't be the same item or project. But when Carrie and I looked at the cutter, we were like, oh my gosh, it could be this. Oh yeah, you can also use it for this because it's really big, you guys. It's a big presentation cookie, like big. I don't have the dimensions in front of me, but it definitely could be turned into a cake topper. There was like 4 other things. So even if you buy the cutter and it's a big cutter, it's probably the only cutter that can go on the printer at a time. Like normally they can print 4 or 5. It's so big, it's probably the only one that can go on each time they print it. So if you do buy it, I'm going to teach several other things using that cutter that will not infringe on what I agreed to for Cookie-a-thon. So that's what Cookie-a-thon is. And isomalt is like a sugar item that you get super, super hot and you pour it and it's clear. People use it a lot in the cake world to make eyeballs, to make windows to do stained glass with. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful medium. We haven't used it in our class, and I will always say the same thing. If you're klutzy, don't go into isomalt. You will burn yourself and you will wish you had never seen it. However, if you can put the proper gloves on and you can have the proper concentration, and what I mean by that is you shouldn't be working with isomalt in the kitchen if you have little kids near you, because, oh my God, what if you dropped it and burnt them? Or if you have pets running all around and you could trip or something. But as a medium to work with, Sydney Calburn is who you need to watch for it. She makes all of those fabulous works of art in sugar that look like glass. It is so fabulous. So definitely worth getting your feet wet and trying it out. And for my project, for sure, you're going to enjoy it. Anyway, I can't tell you what it is. I'm going to talk too much and you'll guess. And I don't want you to guess, so don't guess. Okay, so Mad Scientist Day tomorrow. What else do I have sitting around here? Oh, and then did I tell you? Yeah, you can eat it. It's like having a sugar-free candy, so you can't eat too much of it at once. But I will tell you, on the project we're making, it's such a big piece. It's like going to be a 4-inch circle of isomalt. So I seriously doubt anyone would want to eat it, but this is going to be such a fancy piece. It could definitely be a table centerpiece or a cake topper. You could even rework it to use for a wedding. Okay, now I see people putting in the comments that you can use Jolly Ranchers. I think you meant Jolly Ranchers. Yes, you can. I will tell you, though, I tried to use Jolly Ranchers last year instead of isomalt, and humidity was so bad in my area in December when it was Valentine's Day that I used the red ones as the center for hearts, even though I sealed them with the PME spray glaze. Do I have that around here? It's here somewhere. If you don't have this and you know you're going to do that project with me, go ahead and get on Amazon and order some of this. This is PME's Clear Edible Glaze Spray. You're going to need it for several things, okay? Alyssa, you like my fairy house? I love that project. Yes, lanterns, flames, church windows, but get you some of this, because if you don't seal your isomalt, it's going to get foggy, okay? So anyway, even though I used the red in the middle of the hearts, and even though I sealed it with this, the humidity was so bad that my isomalt like stretched out of my cookie. It was so weird. I had them on a cooling rack and everything was sealed. That I had them in a cooling rack, and then I sealed that. And when I came in the next day, the humidity had just gotten to them, and the Jolly Ranchers like stretched. It almost had a cone shape out the bottom, and the isomalt ones did not. So that's going to take some more mad scientist experiments to see why that happened. But if you do small areas, you can definitely use the Jolly Ranchers. It didn't work for me on the big areas. But I mean, once that humidity got in there, they were goners. They tasted great, but they were goners. Okay, so what else is, Cookie Con. Oh my gosh. So I was talking with a friend this afternoon, and we were reading the rules for Cookie Con for the cookies. So I actually designed a cookie that I thought I was going to put in the Cows on Parade, and I was only going to do the one, but my other friend kept saying, oh, you need to do cookies for every category because you get extra raffle tickets, and the raffle tickets are super valuable. And you get them whether you win or not. It's just participating, you get the extra raffle tickets. So the prizes for the raffle tickets are enormous and very valuable. So then I looked at it and I was like, well, do I have something for each of these things? I don't really know. But the cookie I was going to do as my cow cookie, I realized really needs to be my Texas cookie, because it was literally one of those midnight things where I woke up and I had the whole cookie in my brain, and I immediately sketched it on a paper towel that was on the table. I just got up, grabbed the paper towel, started sketching, had the cookie. So I was only going to do the one entry in Cows on Parade. I'm now moving that to be my Texas entry because it's way too perfect. It meets all the criteria for the Texas cookie. So I'm going to enter that. And by the way, you guys, I've never entered one of these contests. So I'm really interested to see if we actually get to know how we scored, whether we win or don't win, if we actually get to see like scoring marks and stuff like that, because the purpose also would be to grow, right? You want to learn what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, all of that kind of stuff. So, hey, you okay? They're so funny. Okay, so it's time for bed for them. They're letting me know they need to be put in their room. They just came to the door to tell me. Okay, so anyway, my Cows on Parade cookie is now going to be my Texas cookie because it's way too perfect. So I'm not going to pass that up. I now know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a special technique that I learned from someone this year with my own design, of course, but something I learned from someone else this year on my Cows on Parade. That's what I'm going to do for that cookie. Right. And then, hey, Maggie, I thought the same thing. And I haven't done an official competition like this before, like online stuff. Yes, but never something like this but I'm doing it because the raffle tickets are valuable. And I figure if we don't put ourselves out there, we're not going to learn and grow and do the next step. Right. So Allison is the one that keeps saying, just get the raffle tickets. So today, I looked at all the entries at Orlando on the videos that I could find. And by the way, I will video all of those once everything is up there. I'm going to go around and video that just so you can see everything that's at Dallas. So then there's another entry for Dallas that is like monsters and creatures. So it just flew into my brain after talking to my other friend today, what I'm going to do for that. I know exactly what I'm going to do now. Super excited about doing that. And that will be true to my style. I will probably have some candy hidden on there somewhere. It probably won't be super visible, but trademark wise, I want to hide a candy. And I definitely will be doing mixed mediums on that cookie. So that probably translates to, because it might be hot traveling, I don't know. It translates to anyone can enter, Kathy. Anybody that's going to CookieCon can enter. So it probably is still too hot to work with modeling chocolate. So my sculpting bits and pieces are probably going to be modeling chocolate. So that's my plan for mine. And then of course I want to work in some wafer paper. And of course there has to be some tinker dust or diamond dust on the cookie, right? So there's some things that if you see the cookie, then, and you did my Tiki Hot series this summer, because you don't put your name with your entries, I'm going to offer a prize, something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for you, either some free royal icing, transfer templates or something. But if I'm going to offer a prize, if you can pick out my cookie, they're numbered. So on my Texas cookie, you're going to get one entry. You're going to have to pick my cookie from one area. And I'll tell you what I entered in case something goes wrong and I don't get in each of the competitions, but I'm going to give something away. Okay. So I'm going to try to enter the Texas. I definitely have in mind what I'm going to do for the Cows on Parade, just to contribute to that one. And then I know for sure what I'm doing for my monsters and creatures now. So excited about that. Once you see that cookie, then you're going to want to know, you're going to know why I'm excited about it. And then the other one is anything goes. So you can do anything you want. I haven't decided on that one yet, but I do know that I'm going to stay traditional to the stuff that I like to do. So I know it's going to be a mixed medium cookie or a mixed medium set of cookies, but I'm so thrown by not being given a direction. Like, it's so easy for me, for my brain to start processing things when I do classes for you guys, like Fall Days and Fright nights just kind of rolled out because I knew we wanted dual purpose cutters and I knew we wanted to do fall, and some people wouldn't want to do Halloween. So like that just came out. I knew what to do. My one-off Christmas cutter is something I've actually been planning since July. The fancy Christmas one. I wanted to teach this one by itself because just what we're doing in that class is so cool. And then the Christmas ones, when I sat down, I was like, well, I want to do stuff that's not really like out there all over the place. And I will post pictures, Lavelle, so you guys can see them. So when I planned the Tutorial Tuesday, I was like, I want to do some unusual stuff that we're going to theme it for Christmas, but all the cutters you're getting, You could switch them easily, you guys, easily. You can switch them over for bridal. You can switch them over for Thanksgiving if you wanted to. Like I planned them as unusual things for Christmas, okay? On the Tutorial Tuesday ones, okay? So that's one set of things. But then let me tell you this. You guys aren't even going to believe this. So the Christmas product box, we're going out off the ranch on this one, okay? This is not something I have done before with you. And it is something that it's themed like something I personally collect and have collected for many years, especially at Christmas. But it is not my normal cookie style. Those cutters aren't here yet, or I'd be so tempted to show you. But gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas, very Christmas themed things that can be turned into winter. So still dual purpose. If you don't do Christmas, maybe you do a different holiday, Hanukkah, something, you can still get use out of these cutters for your holiday. So a lot of thought went into all these things so that you could continue to use them all. Okay. And, these, I so hope they arrive in time to make your Halloween kits, but the stamping that we did, the thing I found the easiest to do, and I shared with you, is like the coloring of the feather end of these edible ink. I got to have one that still has the writing. You see how much I use them. The writing wears off. Hey, these edible ink markers, but they're expensive when you buy them on your own, right? Through Amazon. I found a wholesale supplier. So I don't need 5,000 of them. So I couldn't have them imprinted with my company name, which I would have liked to have done, but I did find a wholesale supplier. So if they make it in time, you will be getting one of those in your Halloween kit and your Christmas kits so that you will have those. Okay. Let's see. Anything else cool I want to tell you? Oh, and then your 4-quadrant spoons. If you buy the kits, hopefully there will be enough that they will be in all of the kits through the end of the year, and then I'll reorder more at the beginning of the year because they said they're going to get a new pink color in, so hopefully they'll get a hot pink next time, or a teal. I would even buy teal because I know a lot of you have all your stuff in teal. They didn't have that this time though. They just had 3 colors, and so I just picked the pink because it matched all the other stuff. But if I can get different colors, I will. So that might be the only 2 things that will be duplicated within your kits. So just anything that's duplicated that you don't want to keep, just set it aside and use it for cookie exchanges at Christmas time. I am not offended when people re-gift things or use them for other things if they already have the item. Okay. So if it shows up somewhere else, it's not going to offend me if you passed it on to somebody. Hey, Nimrose, how are you? Okay. So can't answer that yet, because they're changing the shipping stuff again. Like I thought I had it figured out. I thought I knew what to not put in the boxes for Canada. However, if you have a U.S. address just across the border or something already worked out, I'm happy to ship for the Canadian people to a U.S. address, but currently I cannot ship to Canada. Now, I wasn't terribly concerned about having a few things available if all the boxes didn't sell out in the U.S. immediately, having a few things and potentially shipping to Canada. But with what they're changing, the postage to Canada may just be absolutely absurd with the stuff. It's one of the things that's in the release they sent us today. So anyway, it might be bad. It might be really bad. I don't know. So we're going to wait and see. Right now, I have to say no. I don't even think I'm going to have enough to fulfill all the U.S. orders. But I will definitely give you a thorough supply list and plenty of time to round things up. So Lavelle, if you go on the Cookie Snack Attack Facebook group page, there's a picture of this pink 4-quadrant measuring spoon. So it's one item and it's got tablespoon, teaspoon, half teaspoon, and something else on it, right? I can't remember. Why don't I remember? Because I only ever use the tablespoon and the teaspoon. So it's got a 1/4 teaspoon, half teaspoon, and tablespoon. But it's like on one side, there's like a little, do I have it? Let me see if I can get it on my phone and I'll just show it. It's easier than trying to say what it is, okay? Hold on just a second. I'm going to see if I can find it for you. Hopefully my phone won't die. I can't make any promises, though, because I have been dual purposing watching classes. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Can you see it? That is a 4-quadrant spoon. So like that's tablespoon and teaspoon. And then when you flip it over, the underneath part is like half teaspoon and quarter teaspoon, right? No, it's not one that slides. So it's like this. It's a solid piece. But look, it's going to say Cookie Snack Attack. Can you see that? I don't know. Let me get it a little higher. It's going to say Cookie Snack Attack with Seriously Sweet. So it's got our group name and it's going to be pink. So I'll be trading those at Cookie Con in Dallas. I'll be using that as a trade item to promote our group, to get people to sign up for our group. And by the way, we've had a lot of people sign up that are in Orlando. So those of you that are there that are telling people about the group, thank you, because what are we up to now? We're up to 888 on members, and I just admitted one other person. Okay, so I would love to be at over 1,000 by the time Cookie Cons are over. That's amazing because we've only had the group up about, what, 3 months? So anyway, yes, you have to find me. You have to, and you'll have to watch next Tuesday for the form to download, and then you're going to text me the form to the text service through this number. So you might as well go ahead and sign up for text alerts, because that's how you're going to send the form back to me. So to the phone number 540-870-0726, text the word live stream, because that's the phone number where you'll be able to communicate with me once we're actually at CookieCon in Dallas. And that's where you're going to download the PDF from the coffee shop, fill it out. This is going to get you one of the cool gift bags that I'm bringing for our current group members. There's going to be extra stuff in there that I'm not going to trade outside the bag. So the mini cookie cutter, the mini cupcake cookie cutter, that's going to have the little Seriously Sweet loop, the Christmas ornament that you can take the ribbon off and use it as a cookie cutter. That is only going to be for our group members, because I'm thinking of doing it every year and making a different shape. It's only going to be for our group members that are in attendance at CookieCon. You have to be there and come find me or meet up with me at one of our meetup places. And we're going to offer as many times as we can, because I just don't see how everybody's schedule is going to work. There's so much stuff going on. But it's not going to be loose bags. I'm going to have your bags individually labeled for each person that signs up. So there won't be any extra of that little bag. And it's going to have more stuff in it that I am not trading. It's just for you guys as a gift, okay? So you have to be there at Dallas, and you have to have pre-filled out the form, because I'm only bringing bags for the forms that are filled out. And I'll go over that again over the next couple weeks. Every time I go live, I'll tell you about that. But you need to go ahead and sign up on that phone number. Text the word live stream to 540-870-0726, because that's how you're going to be able to communicate with me once we're in Dallas. Okay. And that's where you're going to send your form back to, so that I have it on screen, just so I don't have any problems that I didn't bring enough bags. Okay. Now, please don't panic about the quadrant spoons, because the quadrant spoons will be in all of the kits between now and the end of the year. And if you are Canadian and you've been in the group since the beginning, I'm still going to have you, I have something for you guys that I'm going to have you fill out to see if it is affordable to send you something small like that, versus doing the big kits before Christmas where you can have the quadrant spoons at least, okay? And they're super handy. That's all I use anymore, is that little gadget. I don't have the loose thing of measuring spoons. I've given all those away now. I just use I have those quadrant spoons from several companies, and I love them. Okay. I don't know. I think that might be it. It was a lot, huh? There's so much going on between now and the end of the year. And can you even believe it's September 3rd? It's almost midnight on the East Coast, right? It's 10 after 11 on the East Coast on September 3rd. It's insane. And Maggie, we are going to have a meet and greet, but I think I'll have a better idea of how many people from our group are actually going after we start doing the forms on Tuesday of next week. So as soon as I have that, because on that form, you're also going to tell me what track you're in, what classes you're signed up for, then we might be able to narrow it down a little better. Now, of course, if you just run into us, you recognize me or something, stop me. Even if you are a very shy introvert, I promise I won't bite. So stop me, come meet us, say hello, hang out with us if you want. Debbie, I did not send a text because it was after 9 p.m. Eastern time. And most of the people that get the text are on Eastern. So I promised I would never send texts after 9 p.m. So tonight was just to catch me if you saw that we went live. But you can rewatch it. And I'm going to talk about all of this stuff over the next few weeks. But there's just so much info. And I wanted to show you this cool stuff. And as soon as we get off, I'm going to find the link for this. And I'll put the information up, and then you can make the decision whether you want to get it in to use for display pieces, or, you know, how you feel about using the toxic versus FDA approved type stuff. Okay. I'm going to leave that all up to you, but I will tell you, if you decide to get this in for decoration purposes, this is enormous. You will never run out of it. And it was definitely worth the $10 a jar. Okay. If it had been the little Wilton pot, it would have only been this big and about this wide. This is totally unexpected. So I was like, what's in that big bag? It was bubble wrapped and everything. I was like, what is in there? I don't remember ordering anything that big. Oh, and also, you guys, for CookieCon, I ordered a new mask with the special liners in it and a vent. It has the vents, but it's the newer vents that have whatever where you change them out, but it's hot pink. So excited. Look, you won't have any trouble finding me, because if all goes well, I will be wearing my hot pink slouch boots or my low pink boots with my Seriously Sweet t-shirts which are like a dark gray, and then they have white and hot pink lettering. It'll say Seriously Sweet. So I'll have that. And I'll have my hot pink mask on, and I'll have my, I hope, if I can find it to get it out of packaging, out of its storage, I will have my hot pink. I know, Maggie, I did know that about the mask. So I actually have two different sets. So even though this new one is supposed to be fine and equivalent to all the whatever, yada, yada, I do have a different N95 that I'll be wearing on the airplane. And believe me, if you're sitting next to me or traveling with me, I am bringing plenty of bleach wipes and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, what was I telling you before that? So everything's going to be hot pink and black the whole week. I don't plan on doing anything else. So you'll find me. You'll probably see me a million miles away and be like, oh my God, that must be Amy. So don't any of the rest of you do like head to toe hot pink, or you'll confuse everybody. But when I got to looking at what I was bringing so that I could keep my number of items I'm traveling with down, I was like, I just need to bring, one, the same thing I do at the store. I have a whole collection of these same t-shirts, right? So I have a different t-shirt for every day, but they're all exactly the same shirt. I was like, I just need to bring a whole set of clean t-shirts, and I need to just bring 2 changes of shoes and do stuff that's good for walking and whatever, and skip the rest of it. So if you're planning on getting super dressed up for the banquet or whatever it is, I'll be there in hot pink and black. I just don't want to travel with all that stuff. I don't. I'm just going to have all cookie themed stuff, and you'll see me with the hot pink and black. Okay. And if we go to bed early enough, I'll have big hair every day. If not, I won't have big hair. So you should be able to find me pretty easy. Yeah, I'm understanding that a lot of people just wear very extremely comfortable clothing, especially if they're in classes all day on Wednesday and Thursday. And we all do when we travel. So Tuesday and Sunday are travel days for most everybody. We're going to be wearing super comfortable. So and cookie themed shirts. I'm so excited to get there and get a couple of just regular cookie themed shirts, right? Like Whisk Taker and Baker Gonna Bake, that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to just getting a few things that fit my color scheme, but with just regular cookie sayings on them. So that's going to be fun too. And I told you already, I upgraded my handheld video equipment to one of those. I can't even think of what it's called now, but it starts with a G. It's one of the things that you mount your phone on and you're able to hold it out and it moves like movie camera type thing would move. It's nice and smooth, so it's not real choppy. Plus I can hold it out further to get a wider views of everything for you and group pictures and stuff. No, it's not a GoPro. It's like a, I don't even know where I put it in here. It's, what is that thing called? Hold on. I'll just grab it and tell you. That'd be easier than trying to make up the name, but I know it starts with a G. A Gambit? Is it maybe a Gambit, you guys? It's a handheld. Hold on. I'll show you. Gimbal. It's a gimbal. I don't know if you guys have these or not, but I went ahead and upgraded this because I thought we'd be doing a lot of videos. So it's a gimbal. It's a handheld stabilizing 3-point axis gimbal for smartphones. So you see when you're walking, this all rotates and moves just like somebody following you with the camera. So I upgraded to this because I thought it would make it easier for walking around in the vendor hall. And then I also got this in case we can get enough of our group together at one time. I got this cool extender arm so that we can take a big group shot ourselves. Because I don't know, I'm not feeling very, and please, I would normally hug everybody. I would, but please don't hug me this year because I don't know if you guys know or not, or if you remember, but I have a lung condition. So I'm vaccinated, all of that. Everybody do what you want to do, but please don't hug me or fist bump me or any of that. It's going to be so tempting to want to do all that with you. And I promise I'll hug all your necks when we're through this pandemic. But for me, I have to be super careful. Okay. So please don't be offended if I don't hug you like I normally would. And you know, I'm a hugger. So I'll be videoing everything I can. I'll be masked up the whole time. I hope that my roommate doesn't end up smelling like Lysol because my other friends that live locally are driving there. So I've already put in an order so that we can fully sanitize our room. I'm like, I'm going to do everything I can possibly do because I want to continue going on and doing things. But this is, I literally have not since the pandemic started over a year and a half ago now, right? Like we went inside and didn't go back out. Everything's been different. So anyway, this is a big thing, and I'm hoping I don't have an anxiety attack over it, but we'll see. And I'm so glad everybody's going to be masking up during the event. So as soon as my cool mask comes in, it was supposed to be here tonight. It was supposed to get delivered today, but then I got a delayed notice. So I hope I still get my hot pink mask. I really want that. No, Allison, you cannot because I'm allergic to that. And we can't do that either. I'm allergic to that, so we can't do that. And I promise I'll bring all good humor. You will not have to worry about me. Okay, so was there anything else? Anything you guys want to know tonight? I feel like I've cleaned up the cookie room. I've gotten everything prepped. Yeah, Barbie, I actually bought the N95 masks that like go away from your face. They're really kind of funky looking. They're like a point. No, I'm going to bring all the good humor, Allison. They have like a ridge across with the thing that fits, but they stick out too. They're really funky looking, but I don't care. I can breathe in those and they don't fog my glasses up. And I'm taking 4 classes. Like I'm taking an all day long class with Nancy Westfall that's like technology intensive. So I know I'm going to come out of there with like stress wrinkles, right? She's a great teacher, but I swear I am just so overwhelmed with the amount of technology I've had to learn in the last year that literally my 3D printer is still in the box. And I'm hoping this is what it takes to kick me in the pants to get it out and get my Cricut machine back out. Carol, I'll send you a link. I ordered them on Amazon and I felt they were reasonably priced. Oh, you're trading hand wipes? That's fabulous. Okay, so someone is bringing us hand sanitizer and bundles of the hand wipes because I'm like massive about the hand sanitizing. But that, that's also because it being in the store. So I'll have the funky mask on, and hopefully all will go well, right? So we'll see. Hopefully everything's going to go well for them in Orlando, so that everybody that's teaching at Orlando is good, and then they'll be okay to come to Texas, right? Because they're so close together. There's like no recovery time if something goes wrong. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that everybody's doing everything they're supposed to. So all the people that have to be at CookieCon that run it, that everybody that's coming or teaching or speaking or whatever, will all be okay, that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Allison, it has a trade item that's really cool. Should I show them? Do I have it here? Allison, you did give me one. What did I do with it? No, I better not show your trade item. You show your trade item. You put it in the group if you want to, so they'll come find you. But Allison's got a cool trade item. So you get yours done, Allison, because then I need help with my little mini for the swag bags. What else? Okay, I think that's it. We've been on an hour and 15. It's been fun chatting with you. Do you guys think that, and I will put a link for this stuff as soon as I find like the ingredient stuff about this that I read last night. Oh, sorry about that. If that went off, I hit the microphone by accident. I'll put a link for that, and I'll put a link to the mask in there with the vents. Okay. And also remember what Maggie said in the comments, if you're traveling, that you can't wear a mask with vents on the airplane. So you should be wearing N95s. Thank God we only have a 3-hour plane flight. So, and I know I have so much fun getting on here and chatting with you guys. I'm really glad I got to come on late at night, because it is different names on here than like the noon and the 7. So maybe I'll try to come on a little later with the surprise ones. All right. Now, let's see. Did I say something bad? Somebody put an angry face up. Is someone upset with me? I hope you're not upset with me. I hope that's just a big thumb that hit the wrong spot. I'm so excited about Renee put a video in our group. Renee from our group put a video up, which was fabulous. Sally posted pictures of the cookies that she entered. Sally, if you're on here, I am super proud of you that you entered all of those categories, having only cookied for 4 months. Like, that's just brave. I saw the stuff in Orlando, and I've been cooking for several years, and cakes and cupcakes for many, many years. And I was still like, should I enter or not? But then Allison said enter because the raffle tickets are valuable. So, yeah, if you're at CookieCon in Orlando, please send us some more pictures, even if they're just group photos of people you're meeting. If you took classes with people, post pictures from your class or the items you made. Just start posting away in the group in your Orlando album, okay? Thank you guys so much. It's such a fun night. And the mad scientist, Jean, is going to pop out of me tomorrow. Tune back in. I'll show you. We're going to be experimenting with these items tomorrow. If you know what they're for, don't tell anyone. Okay. Oh, hey, Barbie, I just saw a comment. The keynote is going to be on Instagram. It's Friday night. Was that tonight? The keynote was tonight. So if you can post a link or where we go to see that, is it like a CookieCon Instagram page? Oh, I feel behind. Is the keynote live? Oh, I want to see that. Oh, I don't know. Somebody fill me in. I don't know. This is my first CookieCon, so I am super excited to learn everything that's going on down there, because I hope one day to be able to teach at CookieCon. I hope one day I'll get that invitation. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you guys. So excited. All right. I promise you the Mad Scientist will be out tomorrow. I'll be dropping links in here. Oh, it was last night. Okay. Is it still on there? Like, did it get saved, or was it just for people that were on there live? Nadine, I'm so excited you get to go see your granddaughter tomorrow. That's so cool. I know, Lavelle. I didn't know that either. I'm here like, oh, well, of course I should have checked Instagram. Barbie said it's still on Instagram, though. So, Barbie, do we just go to, like, does it just say CookieCon, or does it say CookieCon Orlando, or... If someone feels like dropping that link in, we would love it. Okay. What else? So you got a sneak peek of something that's in your Halloween kit. And I'm going to have the dates for those things for you too. Okay. I thought I would just cancel some of these things off, not knowing what's going on in my personal life. However, I'm going to schedule them all and just hope that we get to move forward with everything. But I'm going to do that with the caveat that I may have to change a date here or there if something happens. So we'll just, we're going to go as if life is moving along normally. Okay. All right. What else, guys? Anything? So for Tuesday, if you're on here tonight, have a couple of these baked off from the Fall Days Fright Nights. And we're going to start because I just can't contain it any longer. Yes, I know it's September. I know that, no, don't leave just yet. I know that we are, that Halloween is not till the 31st of October, but we're going to start our series with this big cookie, and we're going to do the Fright Night one of this big cookie. This will take both sessions of Tutorial Tuesday on the 7th, okay? So have a couple of these baked off, because once I show you some things on here, I know that you're going to do more than one cookie. You're going to want to, and I want you to. So, and also don't forget, you have until next Sunday, this next upcoming Sunday, which will be the 11th. Didn't we do the cutoff date? If you took the mermaid class and you want to participate in posting your regular cookies, you have through the 11th to post in the one for your class cookies, duplicating class cookies as close as possible. Then there's a separate album called Level Up, where you have to increase beyond your current skill level. So you have to increase what you did beyond your normal skill level. It's not relative to anybody else in the Level Up group, okay? And then there's some prizes because I like to give things away. Also, I have 2 people that I'm hoping to have on as special guests, just random times during the month of September, but I'm not going to tell you who they are, because if they can't come on now, then we will be doing it later. Okay, Barbie is saying on Instagram, the video is, the thing is My Sweet Memories posted a video. So you'll be able to go over there and find that. Barbie, thank you so much for posting that link. Excited to see that. All right, have a fabulous night, and the Mad Scientist will see you tomorrow. Very excited to see if this works, and I so hope it works. So excited to see if it works. All right, good night, y'all.